Oh, wait, is this the podcast or are we just
Yeah, you started recording.
Wait.
Yeah, but that
Ding,
doesn't.
ding, ding.
It's got a little recording.
Hello.
Oh, start it. Start it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hola, soy Dora. You're listening to Spreading Humors. Say it with me. Spreading Humors.
Spreading humors.
Muy bien.
You have to
That's
introduce.
Nicosio.
Oh, I'm Boots.
Oh, that's Boots.
And that's the map.
And on the map, which rhymes with strap.
Oh, wow.
I'm drooling.
What is the topic of the
What
week?
time? What time?
The topic.
We were letting our viewers pick the topic.
Yeah, we went on Instagram. I went ahead and screen recorded all of the ideas they had. Basically, we were looking for topics for what to talk about this week, and there was just so many.
There was
So many.
It's funny how the difference, we have the same, I guess, like supporters, but yet our topics were so different. What was being asked of you and what was being asked of me was
Right.
worlds apart.
Right. I'm like, wow, this shows my what is that? My lane. This is apparently my lane, and that's V's lane.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
What are
my lane?
What are y'all's lanes?
Well, mine
My
was a
lane-
mix. Mine was a mix of parenting. What else was in there? And then there was they wanted cheese man.
Oh
And
yes.
then the religious side. They wanted to hear more about my religious background and the growing up and all my trauma from that, which I honestly, I don't think I ever saw it as trauma until like recently. And I like started realizing like I think I might have trauma.
Yeah, no, just
And
a
then I
little bit.
realized it. I was like, oh my God, that's why I'm so funny. Like that makes
Right.
sense because it's
Mhm.
always the most traumatized that are funny.
Yes.
Yeah,
Facts.
the
And I was
dark
like, wow, I
humor.
didn't even know. I was traumatized and I didn't even know it.
Not us all.
Childhood traumas.
Not us all.
What
taking
was
a
what
sip
was
at the
your
same time.
what was your subjects that they wanted to hear?
Laughable. Mine was a lot of just random things. I have a lot of like favorite what becoming influencers and how it changed their lives. I have a lot of relationship and marriage like
Mhm.
advice. If I ever gave any indication that I knew shit about a marriage or relationships, I apologize.
I have marriage advice from V. In the words of V, quote, "Don't get married." End quote. Cheers to that.
Oh my goodness.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness. I have
No,
one here. I have
not
literally
necessarily. Just
screen recorded them all.
don't get married at 21. Is would be my only advice.
Oh,
but also,
absolutely.
I don't have that figured out yet. We're still we're working. We're a work in progress.
It always
So-
I don't think anyone should be giving out marriage advice until they're literally like on their deathbeds and they've already
Right.
survived it.
or a
Right.
marriage counselor.
I'm about to celebrate 10 years. You're going on 15 years now?
15 years.
We're still babies.
We're still
Baby
figuring it
marriages.
out. We're still figuring it out.
Still
I
figuring
actually
it out.
I read something that said a man doesn't fully mature until 47, I think I read. And I looked over at my
Wow.
husband and I said, I am not
Grow
fucking
up.
waiting that long. I am not waiting that fucking long. I did
A
not
long
sign up for
time.
this shit.
But it
Meanwhile,
kind of makes sense because we're in our early 30s and I feel like we haven't grown up yet either.
I think women reach their peak at like 35. Like, I think that's
Fuck, I'm about to be 35.
that's like sexual peak, I think.
No, I think you just start like in your 30s is when you kind of start, you either grow together and learn or you grow apart.
Mhm.
So, and I think now is kind of
This is where you
probably
start figuring that out if you are going to
right.
grow together or if you're going to grow apart.
Right. Because there's no way that two people are the same that they were when they were teenagers.
I
And
mean, I'm not the same as I was when I got married, and I got married at 25.
right.
So
I ain't
Right.
the
I'm
same
not that same
person I
person.
was a fucking year ago. God damn
But
it.
neither am I, quite
So,
Neither
frankly.
am I.
Neither am
I don't
I.
think any of
Yeah.
us are.
But yeah, I'm the last person to ask for relationship advice from, for sure. I'm still figuring it out. And I mean, we've
That's what
gone
I
through
always
some,
say.
yeah, my husband and I have gone through some shit. We've gone through a lot because we've been together since we were teenagers. But we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We're
Same.
figuring it
As
out, and
everybody.
we're still here. We're still here pushing through.
Yeah.
That's it,
Same.
man.
Despite the hurricanes and the tornadoes and the bombs, and the terrorist attacks
On your marriage. Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
we're still here. So I mean, kudos to that, but it's work. It's definitely work. It's not
Yeah.
easy. And um I don't want people to see the my biggest thing. This has always bothered me. This is since I started on TikTok. Me and Ryan would do like a lot of couple trends together, and he laughs at me because the one thing that would irk me the most was when people would comment and be like couple goals. It would piss me off so much because it's like, no, we're not. Like, we've gone through shit. Like, I wanted to kill him 5 minutes ago. We are not couple goals. Cut it out. I just didn't want to be held to that standard of like this perfect relationship and this perfect marriage, because it's far from it. So
I feel like people that say things like that have to be single. People that go goals, because like I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's cute, but I don't believe. Like, it's not that I don't believe it, but I don't think
It's
they
not
must be
reality.
perfect.
Right.
I don't look at it and think
it's
they must
not
be
completely
perfect. I know
perfect.
I'm all right. I'm like, I know shit happens in marriages. So like,
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me when you find out like these amazing couples on TikTok are broken up. I can't believe. I'm like, I can
Right.
believe
Everybody
it
get right
because
because
I'm married and like
everybody gets so heartbroken when
right.
they see these couples and they're like, they were the perfect and they were so happy and they were so no.
No.
Me and Ryan actually had the hardest year of probably don't want to say our entire marriage or entire relationship, but it's up there this past year. And our outlet in the beginning when we first started TikTok was TikTok. So we could be like, it was like our moment to laugh and like those 15 seconds of just like having a good time. But most of the time after those 15 seconds were done, it was like back to me being pissed off and ignoring him, and back to him just doing his own thing and not giving a shit that I was pissed off and ignoring him. So um it definitely it's not it's the rainbows and the butterflies and the fairy tales is not real life.
I
No.
think people need to remember what you see on social media is just the highlight reel. It's what we want you to see.
Right.
Right. And that's okay. Not everyone.
And that doesn't make it fake.
Right.
No.
That just means
Right.
a lot of people think like, "Ugh, well, then that's just fake." No, it's not fake. It just means you're trying to enjoy a good moment. And if making a TikTok with Ryan gives you guys a little bit of joy, then why wouldn't you want
Right.
to experience
Well, I
that
mean,
little bit of
also
joy that you
not
guys can have?
everyone. So some people get on here and they're just like a wide open book, right? And they're like, here is all the ups and the downs. And I respect those people. That's not
Right.
me. I didn't come on social media to be here. And like, I'm a bit, so I'm not good at like dumping my emotions on others, as
She's an
the two of
onion.
you know. So
You're
V
to
is an
me,
onion.
I'm not.
V's an
Shocker,
onion.
right?
on social
You
media.
have to
So
peel
why
it.
would I come
She is
and
an onion.
yeah,
She
why
is.
would I come on social media where I'm trying to like be happy and playful, and like I don't want to dump my trauma and whatever I'm going through on strangers, essentially on
Right.
supporters, on followers, on strangers. Why would I want to dump that? So I'm going to show you the happy me, not because I'm trying to be fake. It's just that the whatever struggles I go through, I prefer to go through them in private. Putting them out there is not that I'm just wanting to show you the happy side or whatever. It's just it gives me immense anxiety to be vulnerable in front of people. So why would I put myself in that position to now not only be vulnerable, which makes me super uncomfortable, but to then open myself up to allow people to judge me or give their input where it doesn't need to be given.
Right. And the second you would, like, I keep my people think like they see so much, but it's you really do see 30 to
1%.
60. You see a
Right.
1% of my life. Like, you have no idea. But like, the thing is, the second you try, like, I don't, if me and Nathan are going through it, no one knows about it. It's completely between me and him, because
Right.
one, the second, if I ran to the internet every time Nathan pissed me off, or if I ran even to my family, I don't even express that with my family when he pisses me off, because then that's the only thing they see.
Right.
Yeah.
I can forgive him because that's part of being married. There's certain things like that you can forgive, and if you want to forgive that, that's on you. I can forget, but no one else is going to forget that.
Absolutely.
And then they all see it, and then you're stuck in this weird like position where everyone's judging you, everyone's criticizing you. So I'd rather keep those things to myself and not put that on the
Absolutely.
internet, and that's fine. Like, whatever
Yeah.
I do decide to put on the internet, then that's what you get. But you don't get like you're not owed pieces of my life that I don't
Or
want
a
to give.
story, like
Right.
what has happened, or oh, why aren't you
Right.
friends with this person, or what's going on with that. Nobody's owed an explanation just because.
In my opinion, real friendships, like the real ones, you don't know what actually happens or what went down, because in my, like, if I ever fought with any of the people, well, it's happened. I'm not coming to the internet to tell everybody, because that really did hurt. That really was painful. And I don't want to tell people that. Like,
Right.
and I would expect the same thing from like my friends. Like, don't run to the internet to tell, because when I see it, other people do it, I'm like, why are you putting that?
Right.
Yeah.
I've
No
never
one is
understood
owed
that.
that.
I don't, that's the part that I don't get, because also at the end of the day, like, it sucks to say, right? Because it's not it really isn't the majority, but there's a lot of people out here just so unhappy with themselves that they are dying for a downfall. They're
Right.
dying for
Oof.
you to be unhappy. Why in the flying fuck would I give you that? Why would I give
Yeah.
you that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true
If
too.
if my happiness upsets you so fucking much that you cannot wait for my downfall, if I have a hiccup in my life, why in the hell would I run and be like, hey, guess what? I stubbed my fucking toe on the side of the bed. No, I ain't gonna give you that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Right. That's how I
I'm
feel.
not gonna give you the
that's the same thing with
satisfaction.
like even a mean comment. I'm like, if the ones that I really like, when I reply, like if they really bother me, I'm not replying. But if it's like funny to me and it didn't bother me, like I'll reply. But like, I'm not gonna give it to you if like you really hurt. Like, you won't know that
Right.
bothered me, because I won't give it to you, bitch.
Well, because most
So
of those
anyway.
people are doing that shit to get fucking attention anyway. They
Right.
can't get attention any other way, so they have to go out of their
And a
way to
lot
be
of people
assholes.
hang on to the negative, and that's the reality. A lot of
Yeah.
people hang on to the negative. So if right now I can be, like I said, this past year was really rough for in my marriage, and if I were to just air it all out, and now that I'm in such a better place, and we're in such a better place, and it's like nobody's going to care, or like for forever moving forward, anything that I post or I talk about, or it's always that negative time, that 1 year out of the infinity to go is always going to stand out, and that's what people are going to grab onto and remember. And it's like anything you post after, it's like a bit, oh yeah, well, they look happy, but 10 years ago, XYZ happened. And that's, unfortunately, that's
No,
how people are.
even like posting any kind of TikTok, they take it like, oh, this must be about that thing that
Yes.
happened a year. No,
Yeah.
no one's looking back at that. No one
Right.
cares. Like, that's not a thing anymore.
It's almost as if it's not that fucking serious.
It's almost
it's not swear. This is what the podcast should have been called. It's not that serious. The amount of times we have to say that.
Serious, guys.
Well, that was one of the topics that people wanted to hear. So I guess we gave them that because it was toxicity of social media and false perceptions.
Oh,
yeah.
there it is.
I'm all for, like, if you hear a rumor about me, go ahead and believe it. I
Yeah.
don't need to clear it. The only people I have to answer to in my life is technically Nathan. Like, obviously, you hear something, me and him will discuss it. And maybe my family, if it has something to do with them. You know what I mean? If the people involved have to do with it, those are the people that are involved. But, like, I don't have to go on the internet and tell anyone what is happening.
Right. Look,
So,
there
like,
it is.
go ahead and believe it.
There's my one advice on relationships. If you are in a relationship, long-term, short-term, whatever the case may be, don't put your shit out on the internet. Don't do it. That is the most toxic thing you can do for your relationship, because you are now opening the door for strangers to come in and make comments, input on your relationship, and plant seeds that don't need to be planted.
Yeah.
Your relationship should not be on a public forum. I'm a strong
if I listened to the rumors on the internet, I would believe that Nathan hated me.
Yeah.
When I get it,
I'm like, Nathan, they think that you hate me. Is that true? They are really convinced that man doesn't like me. I'm like, but he does.
It's just it's almost just like poison. It's poison to any relationship, any marriage, any relationship. Keep it off of social media. Keep the bad off of social media. And I'm a strong believer in that. Call it fake, call it whatever. I think that arguments in couples should be kept absolutely private.
I think so too.
I shouldn't know what the hell you're fighting
negative
about.
Side of TikTok, and not only just in like relationships, but just like I even noticed that like little things like what I was just telling you guys earlier about Facebook Marketplace. I would have never in my life hesitated to post something on Facebook Marketplace. I wouldn't have been scared. But you hear all these stories nowadays. Every story that's ever existed is now online, and you know everything. Like the things you used to not be scared of, like you're scared of now because of social media, because of how fast you have access to that story. And now there's all these like things you're afraid of. The guy that had the roof, the ceiling fall on top of him while he was just enjoying some television, like new fear unlocked, like the ceiling just crashing, like just little things like that. Like, I guess that's just like the sucky part of social media now, is like you just have so much access to everything.
And people so getting your info. Like Rhea just had to change her number because people kept getting her fucking phone number and texting her. She would send me screenshots.
I mean, look, Rhea and Amber is a perfect example. How many, because their relationship kind of blossomed in such a public way, and so how many people tried to come in between that and tried sending DMs, and she's doing this and she's doing that, and just tried to just like, listen, if I were to tell you the amount of women, okay, since I started TikTok, I have mostly women that follow me, right? When I tell you that anytime I post a video with Ryan, there is like 600 of them in there, they're just waiting. They're sitting in there. If I post a video throwing something, I can treat you better. He doesn't deserve that.
Oh, see, I would get every single one of their addresses and meet them. I get like 2 or 3 comments every once in a while, like, and they're just like, oh, Nathan's eyes. I'm like, yeah, I will literally murder someone.
I'm gonna next time you post a video.
Human being.
Don't start it, Tori. You know what, Tori? I was on live the other day. Okay, and I think I had maybe like 2,000 people on there, and one of my friends who is a lesbian, a married lesbian. Okay, the running joke is that Ryan is a community husband. So she goes in there on live. He was on there. And she's like, hey, Ryan. And I was like, Ryan, Candace said, hey, Ryan. When I tell you that just opened a door for all the women started going in. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. I called her and I said, Candace, what the hell did you just start? Okay.
Never.
You're going to have to come over here and like send security outside my damn house.
I'm too crazy for that. Absolutely not. That V was sneakily coming over here for my birthday, and
oh my God, I was so scared.
She was afraid to text Nathan.
I was like, so scared.
To ask him.
For and her birthday?
The thing she's like, I'm afraid Bonnie's gonna see the text message to Nathan, and then Bonnie's gonna be like, why the hell is V text? And I would have, because I'm crazy.
I know how crazy she is, Tori. I was terrified. I swear.
She's crazy like that. She's let the
she is crazy like that.
I don't like to share.
I kept thinking, I was like, if Bonnie, I was texting Nathan, I was like, about like the tickets, and he was like, okay, she's dropping me off, and I'm like, if Bonnie, I was like, and thinking in my head, I was like, Bonnie is in the car with this man, if she sees V flash across the screen, or she sees a woman saying like, where are you guys at, like she is going to die, and there's going to be no explaining to this woman that I was trying to surprise her, because then she's going to think we were lying, and we just came up with that. All the things I was thinking.
True, because I would think the worst before I think the normal. I'm like that. My bad.
I used to be scared to like, maybe there's a part of me that kind of still is scared to have a girlfriend and like be on social media, because like I feel like my girlfriend would have to really be confident in herself, because some of these girls be really ridiculous.
That's another topic here. Self-confidence in a relationship.
Oh,
there it is.
It's needed.
We're hitting all the bullet points today.
Don't ask me.
Why? You don't have confidence, Bonnie?
I do, but like I just think the worst. I'm like everybody, like you can't even look in it. Like the waitresses can't look in it. Like I'm just like, look at me. Look at me first. When someone doesn't say hi to me first, I lose it. Like, why did you say hi to him first instead of looking at me? I'm very what is that? Territorial, whatever. Like, you better say hi to me first, and then you acknowledge him.
Show your allegiance.
It's like one of those things. I used to watch a lot of Vampire Diaries, but like when the vampires have to make eye contact with the witches and show like I understand, like it's like a thing. That's me. Like, you better look at me first.
They gotta
hello. I understand you're crazy.
You look at me first. Make sure you know that I will kill you, and then you can go on and say,
understand my level of crazy, and now you may acknowledge him. Like, you may move forward with your life. Like,
I had an ex like that. She didn't like if like a girl would friend request if we met, let's say a girl at the same time, she didn't like if that girlfriend requested me and not her, like on social media. She'd be like, what the fuck is she up to? And like, I wouldn't be able like, I wasn't able to like be their friends.
Nathan doesn't have social media, thank God, because he even got rid of his TikTok. So I was like, yeah, nothing for you. And for you.
Social media, it's hard. And then you have, these swingers out here now that I'm just a whole new world.
Oh,
I was like,
whoa. Whole new world. The Mormon swingers.
The Mormon swingers, which to me is such a fucking oxymoron.
It is, right?
How can you be a Mormon swinger?
I'm pretty sure she's not a real Mormon. I think she grew up in the Mormon religion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
I don't know. Or maybe she is, but she's the worst Mormon I've ever seen. So
meanwhile, though, no offense to the Mormons. If you're a Mormon, this is no offense to you. But meanwhile, the husbands get like 7 wives.
Okay, all offense to the Mormons.
Offense, right?
Okay. Whatever. That documentary I just watched, he had like 20 at the end of his life. He had like 70 something wives.
I can't.
And some of them were underage.
More power to the Mormon swingers, and the fact that the women are the one coming out on top. You go,
right. So I actually support Mormon swingers. I'm here for it. Go be a Mormon swinger.
We've got how to keep your marriage spicy.
Oh, Bonnie can answer that.
You guys want to see pictures or?
Nah.
Can I say a story, Bonnie? Can I say the Amazon story?
Which one?
I think
when we were on FaceTime.
Me, Bonnie, and Tori were on FaceTime. Tori was on FaceTime with us too, right?
Yeah, she was there.
We were all on FaceTime and Bonnie's like, ooh, I think I just got in my knee. What were you waiting for?
I don't know, something
for camping, right?
Oh, yeah.
She was waiting something for her camping trip. She's like, oh, guys, look, I ordered some stuff. I think it was for her camping trip. She opens it up. She's like, oh, nope, that's not camping.
You guys saw it. I went like,
I said, well, you better show us now. She pulls it out and it was like a whole ass costume. I was like, whoa, okay.
She was like turning into Catwoman or something.
Yeah. But then the fact she opened like 2 more and it was like more costumes. I was like, wait, but what are we preparing for here? Like, what
should we get costumes? Like, what's
Tuesday? A typical Tuesday night. Oh, a typical Tuesday night in the Cox house.
Typical
Tuesday. Let's just make sure Ryan and Nathan don't speak because I'm not about to start putting all these costumes.
Well, Nathan got all right. Please, mommy, papi, anyone related to me, please leave now. Exit the podcast.
Now is your time to exit.
Now is your time to leave. Well, so we were talking in like the girls group chat, like Kelsey and them, and I apparently have been bamboozled my entire marriage for the past 10 years because of the amount of sex.
What's the other word that we use for, there's a funny word for it. Keep going. I'll think of it.
Okay. The amount that Nathan receives.
Yeah, no, Bonnie and Nathan are having on sex a weekly right now as we speak.
It's currently happening as we speak.
I have a story about that, but I won't even tell it. But apparently, and then there's like a thing that I do for him that apparently is not typical either, according to the group chat.
Is it is it the booby tassels or
no. Is it the jewel?
It's like apparently something that
is it the porta potty?
Like, that's like a special occasion thing. No, don't even. That porta potty goes on.
There are a couple things that you do that I feel like most wives don't do. Bonnie, you're a unicorn.
Well, I just found out that like there's a certain thing that's like it's a special treat, holiday occasion kind of thing, birthday thing. I'm like, we're not doing that all the time, and they're like, Bonnie. I'm like, damn it! Like I got off that phone and I ran upstairs. I'm like, you liar! Like,
did you rebuke it?
I was like, this is unfair. This isn't even normal, like to be doing all the time.
She was like, you lied. You lied to me.
I'm like, you're the luckiest man on earth. Now shut the fuck up and let me sleep tonight. I deserve like a whole year off. Technically,
he is very lucky. He's a very lucky man.
You do deserve a year off. I think you've already like you've added up all your like vacation time.
all my vacation rolled over. Like my
rollover time rolled over.
You've accrued, girl.
Yeah.
You could go like a good 6 months and
it's 6 years. I think she did 6 years.
So if you want to know
I'm so tired all the time.
How to have a spicy marriage, marry Bonnie. That's what it comes down to.
Or marry Bonnie.
Nathan.
Marry
Nathan, yeah, because Nathan.
Or you just gotta marry someone right out the Baptist church that thinks that everything her husband says is what goes.
Sheltered.
Bamboozled.
A sheltered Baptist girl that thinks that what her husband says go. Nathan bamboozled the shit out of her.
Ain't nothing Baptist or sheltered in that bedroom. So that's
we know.
Yeah.
We know. Meanwhile, before we got on here, Nathan was talking
about tacos.
He brought home Taco Bell even though I cooked, and then I asked him for a taco and he said he wanted a taco. If I want a taco, he wants a taco. And I'm like, shit. I don't want the taco.
You can hear it in his voice.
Even for Taco Bell, he won't even feed her unless she gives it up.
Bonnie,
I'm a prisoner.
She's got to give it up even to get fed.
Bonnie needed to give him like 3 rounds just to do this podcast.
Yeah. She's like, you want to eat tonight? I gotta eat tonight.
He loves his wife. That's
boy. Anyway, next subject, please.
Anywho.
Oh man,
what else? Out of there? Let's see.
What else y'all got? Anything juicy, boring. Spicy?
I'm looking.
How are we gonna top Bonnie's spicy ass, sexy sex life? Spicy.
I don't know, but I'm just counting down the days. When is this one airing again? Because for sure, as soon as this airs, I'm fucked.
Oh my!
Literally.
Quite literally.
Ryan is gonna be pissed.
Ryan's gonna set up a whole ass schedule for me and be like, "You and Bonnie are best friends, right? Everything you do, everything she does, you too. Well, here we go, baby. Strap on your seatbelt because you're on a wild ride."
You did talk about.
Let's just cut out all of that so we don't
cut all that shit.
You don't have to do that to V.
Why don't you just tell him that there's no episode that week?
Yeah, we just skipped this one.
We took a week off.
We took a week off.
Sure did. Let's see. We've got home life and balance. We don't know anything about that. Hey,
balance what? I can't balance shit.
We don't balance anything around here. Haters, nah. What else? We've got first kiss, first boyfriend or girlfriend. Did you go to prom?
Ooh, yes, I like with Ryan. I went to prom with Ryan.
Was he your first kiss?
Hell no. I was a whole ass puta before I met.
You were a puta before 17?
I had daddy issues, Tori.
All right.
I had a fatherless home. I was looking for a boyfriend since I was like 15 years old.
Damn.
I was always in a relationship. Well, if you called that a relationship at that age, I was just
you always had a boo.
I was a little boy crazy. I was.
Oh, just kidding.
I was a little boy crazy, but Ryan was my prom date.
That's cute. I didn't go to prom.
So cute.
And I'm a lesbian.
Why didn't you go to prom? Kiss?
Why didn't I go to prom?
Why didn't you?
Because I had a girlfriend at the time that was older. She was like 5 years older than me. And so she was already out of high school.
That sounds illegal.
That sounds really illegal. That doesn't even sound right.
Tori, are you okay?
Do you want to talk about it?
Should I blink twice? No, we were within, I want to say I met her when I was 16.
Then that's very illegal.
And she was illegal. 20.
Still illegal.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think we broke any laws.
I'm pretty sure you did, but okay.
But anyway, I went to go see her.
What's her name?
You should probably go find her.
No, yeah. I really don't think. No, if I was 7, maybe.
Tori, was she over 18? If the answer is yes.
If you were under 18 and she was over 20, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
I think she was. Yeah,
Tori's she was reversing her story.
She was over 18.
Rewind.
Yeah. Because if I met her, but I might have met her when I was 17, which is the age of consent in New York. So it might have been, but she was many years older than me.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So you didn't go to prom.
So I did not go to prom because I was with her.
Because she was not allowed at prom because it was very illegal.
No.
She was not allowed to come with you to prom because she probably would have ended up getting arrested.
Yes. Right. She was like, "Oh, honey, I can't go because I have to work."
I'm trying to figure out the age
Trying
gap.
to avoid jail.
I mean, that's the reason. I mean, Ryan's 2 years older than me. And he went to my prom because it wasn't illegal.
She might be 4 years older than me.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. I'm really glad we had this chat. But
so who was your first kiss then?
A boy. And his name was Ryan.
That must really suck for him today, huh?
Well, the funny story is this is how my mom knew I was gay, because he kissed me for the first. He was my boyfriend. He kissed me for the first time, slipped tongue into my mouth. And then I broke up with him because I was disgusted.
Oh, okay. That was.
She was like, "Yep, my daughter's gay."
That'll do it. That'll do it.
What about you guys?
My first kissed My first kiss was in 7th grade. Shout out to Tony. Tony our friend David, shout out to David, he set that up for us because I went to a private school where you couldn't kiss, you couldn't hold hands, you couldn't even sit 6 inches, you had to be 6 inches apart from boys. So I went to lunch and David was like, hey, you want to kiss Tony? And I was like, what? And then he was like, meet him. They had like this gym and it had like these stairs that went downstairs to the locker rooms. And he was like, meet him here. And so my dumbass went down there and I met Tony, and Tony stuck his whole tongue in my mouth. And I was like, wow, this is so much. And
too much.
And it was a lot. And he kissed me. And then we had to have another scheduled kiss at Bike-a-thon oh my God. Let me tell you the level of crazy. So we had Bike-a-thon. There was this giant ass hill. All the cool kids went to the top of the hill with Tony and my friends. And people were making pyramids like with their bodies. Like they were making a pyramid and acting like, hey, say cheese, we're taking a picture. But in reality, all the couples would go one at a time behind the pyramid and kiss. Because you weren't allowed to kiss. So it had to be sneaky and do sneaky shit like that. So they were like, okay.
Meanwhile, in public school, girls were selling blowjobs for $5 in my
right.
Well, they used to tell us in our school that if you go to public school, be ready because they have sex in the hallways.
Basically, yeah.
Necking, they used to call it.
Did you go to, Tori?
Necking
that wasn't happening.
They said they were necking and petting and having sex in the hallways. I'm like, wow.
I took shots at my locker in high school, like shots of Jaeger.
New York is wild.
I was a little wild. Yeah.
And I didn't have a prom because you can't dance when you're a Christian or a Baptist.
God,
so there was no prom.
But look at you dancing now.
And look at you now. Wait,
shaking that ass.
God doesn't dance.
Get it all out now. Apparently not. It makes no sense. We had a Valentine's banquet. We got to dress up in like really formal dresses, but they couldn't be tight. They had to be loose and they had to be up here. And then you sat down and ate dinner and then watched a play that the teachers would put on.
About abstinence.
It always had something about God, and there was always a message.
What a different childhood we had, because
really different.
Because for my 13th birthday, my mom threw me my first boys and girls party, and I was breaking it down to Uncle Luke in the middle of the dance floor. Yeah.
I can't even I can't even picture like my mom and dad dancing. I can't even see it in my head.
Mm-hmm. Get the fuck out of here.
I can't even see it. Like I try to picture my dad and I can't even picture it. Never have seen it in my life.
My parents have hated each other since I'm 7, and I can remember them dancing in my living room.
Oh, wow. Not me.
But I also did find when I was younger, we definitely had different upbringings, because me and my sister found my dad's porn.
Oh,
that's traumatizing.
That's trauma.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
That'll do too. Yep.
I never even heard my parents ever in my life.
That's crazy.
Very sneaky people.
Very sneaky. I mean, I can assure you that if you don't hide those Amazon packages, your kids are not going to be able to tell the same story when they're your age.
Literally, we're packing. Oh my God, I'm talking way too much this time. But we're packing like the house because we're moving. And tomorrow I have my room. And I'm like, Nathan, I can't pack till you're home because I need the kids to not be in our room. Because we have a lot of stuff.
Body spicy.
Like we have like the plastic bin, and it's the black one, so you can't see in it. It's not like the clear one. But I also have like they already know, like I don't tell them what's in there, but they know not to open up mommy's bedside table too. So there's a collection.
Don't open the secret table, honeys.
Imagine
so loud.
Your kids must be obedient, because if my mother said don't do it, I would have been like, bitch, fuck you, I'm doing it.
I think the best part
The best part would be one day if the kids show up to show and tell and be like, I got this from my mommy's bedside table. Look how cool
it's a rocket ship.
Oh my God.
I don't know why it's pink, but
teacher, turn off the lights. It glows in the dark too.
It's a rocket ship in the hedge.
Have you been in my drawer? How do you know that?
And this is a mini rocket ship and it just shakes. Very, very a lot.
All right. How do we get back here again? Let's new topic.
We're always gonna go back.
What are we calling this episode? Bonnie's sex life?
Yes.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yes.
Bonnie has a lot of sex.
Bonnie's spicy.
Hidden gems.
Why is she so spicy?
Bonnie's so spicy.
The best part's gonna be when my mom watches this back.
Oh no. Hi V's mom. I love you.
Hi Jackie.
I'm not editing it out.
Hi Jackie. Sorry. Poppy,
Or when the parents from my preschool watch this back.
Well,
like the next time I visit V, I'm just over there and everybody's like, "Hey Bonnie."
What's up, Bonnie? It's not Bonnie the bully anymore. It's Bonnie the spice. That's what it is. Bonnie the. I'll think.
Oh, this is a great one.
Okay.
Things you wish you knew in your 20s.
Oh, it is a good one.
Totally.
It's so good. We're all
so good. I don't even know what to say.
I wish I knew what I wanted to do with my life then. Kind of not, though. I also wish I knew. I don't know, because I don't have any regrets about what I did.
Yeah, and thinking about that now, it's kind of like I feel like everything, like I had to go through what I went through to be where I'm at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, if I wouldn't have fucked up and done the things I did back then, I wouldn't be where you are today. And you don't want to. I don't regret where I am today. I'm exactly where you're supposed to be.
Same.
Yeah, I think I'm doing.
Yeah.
I always think that I'm like, I think I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Like weirdly enough, and you know who said that the other day that I almost got, because I'm emotional. I got a little emotional like when I heard it out loud. I was like, oh, my mother said that. She's like, I'm happy my kids are literally doing exactly what I knew they would be doing, like from the people that they were when they were like kids to who they are now. They're literally doing exactly what they should be doing. My sister and her hair and the salon, and like that's what she's always been. And Bonnie just being dramatic and an attention seeker, and like she's doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. Like it's weird. And my brothers too, like everybody's doing that. So I don't think I regret even anything, because I didn't I joke about my school, my church and stuff, but I had fun with my friends. Like I didn't know what I was missing, because all my friends were doing the same thing. So like I laughed my head off in high school, and it was innocent laughter, and I wasn't partying and drinking or being a puta or anything like that, because I didn't know, like none of my friends were doing it either, but I just had fun. Like, and my parents were like, I obviously can't say the same about some of my friends, unfortunately, and stuff, because they had different parents and different lives. My parents didn't get too sucked into where like I never was hurt. Nobody in that church hurt me, got to me, because they kept me safe from those kinds of things. So like I just had a great, like I liked my youth. And then in my 20s, it was fun kind of coming out of that and like figuring all of that out, and like getting drunk for the first time when I was actually 21, and like
being worldly.
And I still remember the first day I wore a pair of blue jeans and like wore them out in public, and I remember those things. But like it's funny now, because I feel like even like now, like even though I do go I just live normal, what I call normal now, like I still have like this thing in my head that keeps me from going too over the edge, which I kind of like that. I like that I have this like little moral compass still, like it's getting farther and farther back here, but it's still there.
We're the more
it's still there.
More you hang out
moral
with
compass is behind the jeweled butt plug, but it's there.
It started here, but it's gotten a little further back. I'm like, but it's still there. I can feel it. It tugs at me. And it's like, don't do that, bitch.
You might not be taking it to your new house. I don't think you are.
Oh, I don't know. New house, new life. I don't know.
Right. Who dis?
Yeah.
No, I think even thinking about it, I'm like, I wish I was a better judge of character, but no, even meeting the people I met.
Right. You're better judged now. Like now, you know, those for the most part, we figure that out and we know those things.
For the
now.
most part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything I would.
Maybe I don't even like, people are like, do you regret boys or the no, because I think you had to have all of that stuff to know now. Like I got treated like shit by some, and then Nathan came along and I was weirded out by him because he treated me nicely. I was like,
yeah,
what is this? This is new.
What is
so I think you have to, like, why are you being nice to me? He shoveled,
I get like that.
Yeah, it's like, why are you being nice? It's like you're weirded out by it and you're almost like, no, you're supposed to treat me like shit.
You actually you want me and you want to express that? You're a fucking weirdo. Bye.
Yeah. Why aren't you yelling at me? I don't think that like that's, and people don't believe me when I say that, but it doesn't mean we have a perfect marriage, because no, we don't. And we have fought and we have gone through it in 10 years too, but he's never yelled at me. And people don't like, he's just not a yeller. And I can't fight with someone like that with someone who's not going to do it back to me. So our fights are just like they're they're more quiet than anything.
V's like, I wish I could say this.
No, Ryan, listen, Ryan, when Ryan yells, he's mad because it takes a lot for him, because he's usually like, which I don't know if it's worse, but he's kind of like, he'll ignore, like he rather just like detach, like ignore the situation and then come back and act like everything's all good like 10 minutes later. And that actually pisses me off more. I kind of almost like sometimes want him to yell back at me like, can we get this fight out of the way first? Like, can I just get it all off my chest? Mm-hmm. Because he's the type that he'll just like let me like, I'm like a little chihuahua, and then he comes back and he's like, what are we having for dinner? I'm like, fuck you, eat shit, like,
you fucking asshole.
Yeah, you fucking asshole. I'm still mad about 48 hours ago because we haven't even argued about it yet. So now I can't get over it. So, but he's not really a yeller either. I am. I do. I yell when I'm upset.
I'm a yeller, and it just comes out like really loud. And then somehow, like, I don't necessarily like, I'm so used to the way we like fight now that it's like I already know what's coming. Like he won't yell. Like I'm the one yelling and having a heart attack and crying all at once, which makes me even more mad when I'm crying. Like you get a tear out of my eye. Like now I'm just even more pissed off. But like he'll just like come back and he's like, are you done now? I'm like, no, I'm not done. And then like I go for it again. Like I'll tell you when I'm done. And then I made a video actually about this, but it was so fucking true. It was to a sound. There was a sound going around. It was like, it was like that. And so I was like laying down. I'm like, when your significant other like is just dead asleep, but you want him to hear you like
crying.
I'm crying.
And like, react to it.
And react. And they don't. It never does. And it's so irritating. Like that one went viral. People are like, yes. Like
you guys are
that.
You
like,
guys
come
are
on, I'm crying here.
So Hispanic. Like, but that's why I love Latinas, because like y'all are so full of fucking emotion and passion. It's like,
and sometimes it's literally just for attention. Like like sometimes I'm just mad. We went to Valley Fair, which is like a Six Flags, and Nathan wasn't hungry, so we like went and got we went and got the kids food, but I wanted taquitos or flautas from this one other place. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to eat chicken tenders. Like, I want to wait for flautas. And he's like, okay. So we kept walking around like, it's like 1:00 now. I'm like, are you ready for lunch? Are we gonna go back over there so I can eat? And he's like, I'm not really that hungry. I'm like, I said I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And he was like, he just kind of ignored me, was like, let's just let them ride this since we're already over here. And then I got mad and he was like, what's wrong? Like 20 minutes later, he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I've been saying I'm hungry. Like, what do you want from me? Like, I was so irritated. I'm like, just feed me and I'll be better. Like, just please.
I need that.
It's very dramatic.
I need all of that in my life. I need that.
Just feed me.
Just feed
sometimes me. Somebody freaking feed me and I'll be fine.
No,
but if I miss a meal,
she is a total bitch.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it when I start on these, and it's always on these trips because they can go forever without eating. Yeah. I'm like, I need to stop and eat, or I'm not going to be funny in these videos anymore. Like, somebody better put some freaking food in my mouth. And that's when I get irritated when B's like, should we go to Starbucks? I'm like, that's not food.
What? Yeah. Do you need a cake? You need a cake pop?
You did that on this last trip where we were heading towards the house, and like everything, like DoorDash was going to be like 75 minutes,
and Starbucks was down the fucking street. So I said, well, like, at least put some hungry? Starbucks in your stomach.
She was like, you're hungry? Okay, I'll go to Starbucks. And I literally went, there's no food at Starbucks.
She was angry. Nobody else gave a fuck that she was angry. I already saw her eyes crossing and twitching, and everything was going to be 45 fucking minutes and everything was closed. The nearest thing was Starbucks. So I was like, let me get a little croissant in her belly for now so that we can all survive the rest of this car ride.
I took the croissant, but I was still like, this isn't food.
You know who Bonnie is?
Then I bought everybody food. I got so much food and everybody was like, who got all of it? I was like, I'm just making sure there's enough because I did not want to have to share and split shit. Like, I bought like 4 deep dish pizzas.
She's fucking ridiculous is what she is.
With a vegan and someone that didn't like dairy and like people with all these issues. But I was like, nobody wants
all you hoes.
Nobody wants pizza. Okay,
get a grip, motherfucker.
So Bonnie, when she gets mad, she cries, and when she's hungry, she gets mad.
I also just turn off.
You ever see that?
Literally see my whole, like, if I'm angry, I just turn off. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just like nothing. And I look. I've
never experienced
more dramatic effects,
but it's all over her face. Yeah, with Ryan, I will never let him see me cry, because that'll piss me off even more. I just act like I don't give a fuck. And then I do this really petty thing on purpose where it's like, then I just start doing everything myself. I'm like, no, don't pick up the kids today. I got it. Oh no,
I can do it.
I can do everything. I did the laundry and I'm going to cook and I'm going to vacuum. I'm going to mop and then I'm going to go to work and then I'm going to pick up the kids and it's fine. I don't need your help. I don't need you.
But that's exactly what I just did earlier. Nathan got home and I'm like, no, I already cooked dinner. I slaved away and I packed all day and I put them to bed. No, I don't need your help. I really needed it.
But isn't that like biting your nose off to spite your face? You ever hear that?
Yeah, I do Absolutely. That when I'm upset, like, and like to get his, that's how I get his attention, not by laying there like trying to cry. No, I do it by doing that. I'm like, I don't
slam everything.
Yeah. I'm very dramatic.
That's
very
me
dramatic.
Too. I'll do everything.
And then he'll call me
slamming it as I go.
He'll call me and be like, what are you doing? What's wrong? Oh, nothing. I'm just picking up the kids because then I have to go back to work and then I get off at 6:30 and then I'm going to take Ryan to practice and then I'm going to get back. I'm going to shower them. I'm going to feed them all. And then I'm going to see if I could probably get to bed by 1 a.m. Nothing is wrong. I'm fine. Thank you.
I love Latin women. God.
Just tired. I've been doing everything all day. I'm tired.
You guys are like.
I'm in a bad mood because I'm tired. I did everything.
You ever see the movie? What the fuck is that movie? It's a Disney movie, I think, where they're in the girl's head and one's like the mad guy.
Oh, yes. In and out. Inside out.
Inside out. You guys are like the little red mad guy.
The little red man.
That's you guys.
That's us. Yes, it is.
Literally. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah. Just always angry.
Pressing the button when he's like, I'm gonna lose it.
Your baseline is fucking, I'm gonna lose it. Fuck you. That's funny.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't know though. I don't get on y'all's bad side.
You don't. I really don't.
Yeah.
I haven't had like a full-on war, like a screaming match with V. I look forward to the day.
It won't never happen.
But also I'm scared of the day because we've had this discussion before. It will be not pretty.
I mean, you've seen how I get. So
I saw that. I did.
I don't
witnessed that.
I'm very patient. I don't get like that. I mean, you really have to really. And I don't think that'll ever happen with any of my true friends. I don't think that's you won't ever get that from me.
I don't think we'll ever get that far, but like we've been in positions where I'm upset and you're just like, don't hate me.
But that's the thing,
like,
when I know how to handle you when you're upset and you know how to handle me when I'm upset. I don't think we've ever been upset. Like it's almost like one of us is like submissive to the other, and depending on what the situation is. I feel like we have a good
gauge on like I did this. Like I'm gonna be calm about this because I know I did this. Or like we just like good at like, oh yeah.
Like
I'll give in this time. I'm
gonna tuck my tail between my legs because she's hungry right now.
And I just don't piss anybody off. So
you don't. I don't think you can really even possibly ever do anything to piss anybody off.
I've never been mad at Tori.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I could. I'm just a very go with the flow type of person. So, like, but yeah, I'm sure I could definitely piss somebody off. I've definitely done it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure. Ask any of my ex-girlfriends.
I think the only issues that I've ever had with go with the flow people, Nathan is a very go with the flow, is when you just can't give me an answer. That like
okay, that is Tori. That is Tori.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like that could kind of get to me sometimes because I'm the kind that just needs an answer. Like I don't care what your answer is, just give me an answer. Yeah. And like Nathan does that. He's like, whatever. I'm like, just give me. Like I'm like, I don't like it. Please give me a damn answer.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't care. Whatever you guys.
Whatever you guys want.
I hate that answer.
Whatever you guys want. Whatever you guys want is fine. Yeah.
That all right. So
I'll be more assertive.
I need like they do that sometimes on like these past trips that we've taken where like no one has an opinion on where to eat. It's always food with me. Or like what to like just say it. We need to make a vote here. Stop saying you don't care a little bit and just like pick something. I don't even care if you really don't care. Just say something. If you don't care, then just say something.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Let that be known. Like I just need your opinion.
Yes. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
We just prevented a disaster, Tori.
See, this is a communication, guys. You tell me what you need and I will provide it. That's it. You want me to be assertive? I can be assertive. You want me to tap dance? I can learn how to tap dance. You know what I'm saying? I can be anything you want me to be. Except for a man. I can't be a man. But
and we would not want that.
Yeah, y'all are lesbians. Right. Got it.
All right, let me see.
Bonnie's lesbian.
Where are we at on time?
We are about a little over an hour.
Oh wow.
I know, right? Time
so
flies.
Many topics.
What?
There were so many topics still.
Oh, we can do a part 2, 3, 4.
Well, V has some too. And then what is it that we're doing next week? We're gonna
said Dems, right?
Oh no, we were gonna debunking. Oh my god, that's a great episode.
Debunking with Demps. I love that.
Debunking with Demps. I need to text her. I haven't even texted her. I'll text her tonight. Debunking with Demps.
I don't really have any here. I didn't save them, and now I tried to go back and I can't find them.
I think the last one that I was gonna tips to be a successful influencer.
Oh God.
Oh, I love how people think.
Click my link on Amazon. That's what Bonnie's gonna say. Use code Bonnie.
I mean, this would technically be like part of the debunking, but like I've seen it a million times. Like just like they think we all have like some kind of management team behind us, and that like someone else like no, bitch.
Tori's my manager.
I'm answering all my emails. I'm doing this. Like you cannot live solely off of TikTok money. TikTok probably pays me the least No, TikTok does pay the least amount of money. Like the actual app itself does not pay you money. And I think people are very confused that, oh my God, they got that many views. No, even my most viral video was like 34 million, 37, 34.
Would you get like $200 from it or 300?
No, but I literally have always saw those. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how much you even make for a viral video like that. I made like $500, $600.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's a lot of money, but it's not what but people think that that's like that you're always making that. No, I maybe made like $7 today from TikTok. Like, I don't know how to be a successful influencer. I'm still working on it. My following hasn't grown in months.
I mean, can we not discuss about followings growing?
I feel like
quite frankly, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be in the same spot until 2030.
I keep checking yours because I'm like, she's got to be there by now. Like, and I haven't moved either. I keep looking and it just doesn't move. I'm like, this is confusing.
It's the algorithm, man. It's just fucks everything up.
I think the success with influencers it comes with what you do with the following you get.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do, like, just because you have a following there doesn't mean you're automatically going to start generating money from it, or it's going to become successful because you have a following. You can have 2 million followers and do nothing with it and be broke as fuck.
Yeah.
It's what you do with the following that you have. You have to learn how to monetize it. You can't be lazy. You have to build a brand or do something off
a business.
Off the following that you have. Use the following you have to, be successful or monetize it, but you're not going to just make money because you have
Nathan had to give me that speech because I was like, I'm stuck at like 1.1. Like, I don't know what to do because there's like, I kind of got in a rut with what to do with my page because I got my following from Married to a White Guy and Shit Kids Do. Like, those were my biggest things that I did, but I can't do those things anymore because unfortunately, yes, the people that like it followed me for it and people like to see it, but it's the a-holes that just find everything offensive that ruin it because every time I try to do those now, they're like, that's racist. That's this. That's that. You can't talk like that. Like, that's so messed up. And then they start reporting my videos and I can't post anything. And it's like frustrating because it's like my actual followers like it. They want to see it. But unfortunately, the haters sometimes are louder and more aggressive. And all those videos get taken down. Every time I post them within moments, like they get down for hate speech or bullying or some crap like that. So I was telling Nathan the other day, I'm like, I don't know what to do. He's like, Bonnie, you have 1.1 million. You have the following. Now go do something else. Like, that's your following. Now go do something with it. So like, I've gotten on Amazon and I kind of tried to get it over, and just us doing a podcast. Like, we have a following. So let's get them to like listen to our podcast and do other things with it.
Right.
So that's how you have to do it.
Yeah.
You can't just have a following and then just sit around and be like,
right. You can't just
happening.
I took a 6-month fucking life coaching course to like, you know what I mean?
Right. To be able to apply that to the following that you have. Right. So you can't just be sitting around just playing video games all day and expect money to just be pouring in, because that's not the way it works.
No, it's not. It's not how life works. It's not how life works in any area.
No, you have to do something with it. That's what I think like the more successful accounts have been, is when you actually see it. Okay, I have this following. Now what can I do with it? And you branch off from there and do other things.
If you even look at, forget just social media or TikTok, if you look at years behind, people that like the girls from Teen Mom and all these reality shows, Real Housewives, like you see these women and Bethany Frankel, like look at these women that they started on this like little reality TV. They started on having these like small followings. And what did they do? They build empires because of them. They use that to to build other things,
do the things that they actually wanted to
because
do.
then at the end of the day, that following, it doesn't mean anything. Like it's almost like you have to ride the wave while you can ride it, because eventually it dies out.
Yeah. Right. And the numbers for me, like the numbers don't mean anything either. It's like, for at least for my platform. And that's the thing I think people need to realize too, is everybody's platform is different.
Right.
The way they connect is different. And the way they make their money is different. Like the three of us, probably all three of us make money in
different ways.
3 different ways. And like I have a significantly less following than you guys, but like I'm still making money because there's just ways to do it. So like if you're out there, even if you only have 10,000 followers, like there are ways to make money. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, look at Jenna. We're like you said, we all make it in different ways. So Bonnie has Amazon and she's killing it on Amazon, right? And she's making a lot of money on Amazon. Jenna is using her following to bring people to her boutique and to her business, and she's killing it at her store now because she's using her following to advertise and to market for her business. It just really just depends on what you use it for. But if you just sit there and don't use it for anything, and you're just like, oh, I have all these people just watching me just sit here and twiddle my thumbs, you're not going to do anything with it. Right. It's not going to happen itself.
Right. And with a platform like TikTok, where there's just always new people coming with a better idea and they're more creative, or you can get pushed into like shadowed very quickly by the new things that are coming up.
And the reality is that people like to watch success, right? So people like to see people that are hustling for something, anything. You know, you're doing your life coaching, you're doing your readings. People like that. That's intriguing to people because it kind of sparks something in them where it's like, oh shit, well, you know, if they did it, I can do it. You know, when people are seeing you that you're just putting things and then you're just kind of like sitting at home all day, they lose interest. You become boring. It's kind of like, well, you're not really.
They're not really getting to see anything. They're not seeing anything,
any progress of anything.
They're like
you're not growing with them. So it's kind of just like,
and people can spot bullshit a lot easier than they think they can on social media. And so if you're not really trying to utilize your platform for anything good, and good in the sense of entertainment, for me with my platform, it's helping people and like, you know, all of that. That's the area I have gone toward. If you're not doing any of those things, they're like, why am I'm not invested into this. I've had people
have to be giving them something.
Yes.
Whether it's that
value.
Kind of right,
some sort of value, right?
Tori gives that value, and just like the way she talks and her like momotivational videos and like giving
she's feel good. It makes you feel good after you feel kind of like inspired.
I think me and V's videos are more comedic. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about religion. I just want to like have a laugh. Like that's why I try to do whatever's trending, like the spa water and these white people, you know, turning all these Hispanic recipes and calling them like new names. Like I saw that trending, so I did the opposite.
That was
like
good,
it's
though.
entertaining, and I'm like, it's funny. I don't even get that mad about it. Call it whatever you want. It's food. I don't care. But like, I just think it's funny. Like I just want to make people laugh,
and you do. Silly. And that is value.
I naturally just like attention.
But you're not. It's so funny.
You're also naturally funny.
You're naturally funny, and you're not just out here just trying to get attention. Like, yeah, there is a level of all of us.
Probably is.
I think I'm just trying to get. No, but I really do. I like when it's funny, and my favorite comments are when people are like, yes, that's so relatable. I do that too, or something like that. That's funny. Or like a secret talent of sounding just like Dora. I like being like, yes, I made somebody laugh with my Dora-ness.
Somebody coming to you saying like, I was at my Lois and I came across you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And
Those
you
are my
helped
favorite
me.
comments.
Yes. I got
And
a few of those on the Dora video today, and that felt so good. Like they were like, I had
Yeah.
such a bad day, and I'm so glad I opened the app and saw like that's, and I think people think that that's corny or that's not real, but it really does. If someone's ever told you that you made their day, like that fucking feels good.
Yeah.
Like, that feels really good to hear that.
It does. It really does. Yeah. I think that there's no
The tit.
one. The tit. The tit.
I think
Tori loves a tit.
I like a good tit. Just one though.
Tori loves a tit.
Two's a little too much. Just one. Preferably the left.
Just one titty.
Just one titty. But that's the tip. The tip. That sounds weird too. You know what?
The tip of the tit
episode tips and tits.
Tips and tits.
Tips and tits.
Glad you guys could make it this week. The fuck?
Well, that was a long episode.
It was, but it was good.
We kind of got not deep, but that was a little bit more from all 2 of the last episodes.
From all 7 of the last filmings.
Every time.
We really do. This doesn't have to be in it. All right, let's just give us the jingle.
I feel like it sounds better now because of this mic. Ready? Dun, 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 dun.
You just watched Spreading Humors. I'm Dora.
And
that's
I'm
my
Boots.
best. Boots, I was going to introduce you, dumbass.
Oh, and I'm the map, which rhymes with strap.
Does Boots even talk?
I'm the map. I'm the map. Yeah, he's got.
That's the map. I said, does Boots talk?
No, Boots talks too.
Boots.
He's always like, he repeats whatever. Like if she says, "Say map, map." Like he tells you, like he like.
Yeah, he's like the annoying.
Swiper, no swiping.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's her hype man.
Okay, try that again. Ready?
Anyway.
Ready? Dun, 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 dun.
You just watched Spreading Humors with me, Dora. And that's my friend Boots.
I'm Boots.
Oh, and I'm the map, which rhymes with strap. Thanks for listening.
I'm Boots.
And she's Boots, not to be confused.
Yo soy Boots.
Sí.
Hasta luego.
Baby.